We've all heard the story. A powerful empire, unmatched in wealth, wisdom, and technology. And then, in a single day and night, it vanished beneath the sea. Atlantis. Most call it a myth, a parable, a philosopher's thought experiment. But here's the thing they don't tell you. Plato didn't say it was fiction. He said it was history, told to him by his ancestor Solon, who got it from the Egyptians, who claimed it really happened. And that's where this story begins. Because once you strip away the fairy tale, you're left with something else entirely. A pattern. Atlantis wasn't just one island. It was a civilization, an empire, a network of high-tech cities that spanned the globe until it was erased. And if you think it sounds too incredible to be true, consider this. Nearly every ancient culture on Earth has a flood myth. Nearly all of them speak of a golden age, where humans lived in harmony with nature and wielded advanced knowledge. And nearly all of them describe a sudden cataclysm, a flood, a quake, a fire from the sky that wiped the slate clean. Why? And why do these stories sound so familiar, even though these cultures supposedly never spoke to each other? Unless they were all speaking about the same event. Let's talk tech. Plato described Atlantis as having massive temples, advanced irrigation systems, and energy harvested from the earth itself. He called it a place of concentric rings, land and water, in perfect harmony. A central capital glowing with precious metals. Bridges, canals, and towers unlike anything in the known world. And here's where it gets eerie. In the eye of the Sahara, also known as the Rishat structure, lies a massive natural formation in Mauritania that matches Plato's description. Almost perfectly. Same dimensions, same ringed layout, same geological location west of Egypt, beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Coincidence? Or a forgotten ruin? Mainstream archaeology says the eye is just a natural formation. But ask yourself, since when does nature build perfectly symmetrical concentric rings with ancient roadways and signs of flooding? Now zoom out. All around the world, we find sunken cities. In India, off the coast of Dwarka, scuba divers found ancient streets and temples underwater, dating back over 9,000 years. In Japan, the Yonaguni Monument lies beneath the sea, carved with terraces, staircases, and pillars. In the Caribbean, strange stone ruins have been discovered far beneath the waves, including possible roads off the coast of Cuba and Bimini. What if these weren't isolated anomalies? What if they're the scattered remains of one lost civilization? Atlantis wasn't a city, it was a system, a global culture, with regional hubs, sacred geometry, and knowledge of the stars. And when it was wiped out, its memory lived on, as legend. Now let's talk energy. Ancient accounts describe the Atlanteans as having control over elemental forces. They harnessed energy from the earth, the sun, and sound itself. Some believe they used crystalline energy, giant quartz arrays capable of storing and transmitting frequency. Others believe their cities were built on ley lines, energetic veins of the earth, just like the pyramids, Stonehenge, and Machu Picchu. And what do all these sites have in common? They're built with impossible precision, aligned with celestial bodies, and surrounded by stories of gods, giants, and lost technology. Sound familiar? Atlantis isn't a fantasy, it's a prototype, the original civilization that gave rise to them all. But here's where it gets darker. According to legend, the Atlanteans became arrogant, they abused their power, they interfered with the natural order, and in doing so, triggered their own destruction. Whether it was a war with another ancient race or a cosmic reset, Atlantis was buried, not just in water, but in silence. And what came after? The survivors. Scattered to Egypt, to Mesoamerica, to India, to the highlands and mountaintops, places safe from the floods. And they seeded the next wave of civilizations. That's why we see pyramids on every continent. Why we find the same myths in different tongues. Why ancient cultures had knowledge they shouldn't have had. Because they didn't invent it, they inherited it. So why is Atlantis still called a myth? Because acknowledging it would destroy the official timeline. It would unravel the idea that history moves in a straight line. That civilization started 6,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, and nowhere else. Atlantis proves we're not the pinnacle. We're the reboot. We didn't evolve from ignorance to intelligence. We fell from greatness and forgot. Next time, on Beyond Official Records, the Vatican. A fortress of secrets, hidden vaults, and forbidden knowledge. But deep beneath its foundations lies something older, and it may not be Catholic at all. The Vatican conspiracy. What they're hiding beneath the Holy City, coming soon.